It has been 4 years since we brought you guys here. Let's go check out Kentucky Kingdom and see what they have that's brand new. And as always, we start by taking the right path next to Season Pass. Now, I'm mostly here at Kentucky Kingdom to show all the loudmouths what Kentucky Kingdom is like. Since I haven't been here for 4 years, they have a lot of new stuff in the back, but this is going to be mostly centered around louder than life kind of stuff. I will come back in the springtime and do a full proper tour. And then also I'm not doing Hurricane Bay today either, because Hurricane Bay will also be closed for louder than life. So the front of the park is there. Right here is the Season Pass building. There's a gate. During the fair back in the day, the rides used to be right in this parking lot, and they would have these gates wide open. So I'm assuming that they're going to have them open during louder than life, since Kentucky Kingdom is now part of the festival. And there's a lot of games here too. So the games have always been here. They just kind of changed them out over the years. Now this is King Louie's Playland entrance. There's probably not going to be very many rides in there open during louder than life, if any at all, because it's mostly for children. There's bumper cars there also. So I'm not really sure what rides will be open. They said 18 of them will be open. However, they only listed like 4 or 5. It's a safe bet to assume that they're going to have all the roller coasters open. We know the Great Ferris Wheel is going to be open, and a couple others, but I'm not sure if the games will be open, but there's some Pokemon. This is the Himalaya. This ride has been here for forever. Something's different about it though. There's no top to it. It used to have a roof to it, but it is right across from this amphitheater stage. Now this amphitheater stage is where the 7th stage for Louder Than Life will be. Currently it looks like they have some kind of circus thing going on. And I had a lot of people in the comments on Louder Than Life has asked about these chairs. The chairs on the bottom half are able to be taken out. The ones up top, they're kind of just in the ground. I don't know if you can see them. They're just kind of there. They will probably still be here. The ones down here, not so much. I do know that that stage goes back pretty far. I don't know how far back they're going to make it go for Louder Than Life. But when the festival happens, I will definitely come back here and show you guys. This is the amphitheater where we used to have Looney Tunes shows during Six Flags times, and then when Kentucky Kingdom bought it, it was a seal show for a while. Now there's no more seals, but yeah, the sound booth is right up there. And as you can see, there's the 5D theater. Right next to that is another gate. I assume that gate will also be open because it leads right out to where the stage 3 and 4 will be. And one thing nobody's talking about still, bathrooms. Actual bathrooms, not porta potties, but bathrooms. Bathrooms with water fountains, free water. Yeah, this is the gate next to the 5D cinema, and it used to be open during the fair like the other one when the rides are over here. I hope they will open this because the stages 3 and 4 will just be beyond this, and it will make the walk a little easier back to the main gate. This is the movie store, and they do have AC inside, and it's next to the Scream Extreme, and this is one of the rides that they did say will be open during Louder Than Life. Let's go in the movie store and see if we find anything. Plus, it's hot. Stitch. I didn't actually think I would find something, but this shirt's pretty cool. For 20 bucks. Huh. They also have a blue and purple one. They also have pick your own candy. They also have these Coaster Dynamic Nano coasters. Storm Chaser, Thunder Run, Kentucky Flyer, and Lightning Run. Those two are not called Storm Chaser or Thunder Run anymore, sadly. And this is Kentucky Kingdom's newest mascot, Scout the Squirrel. Wind Chaser t-shirt, more Scout the Squirrel, and of course different magnets. Now, between Storm Chaser and the movie store is a pathway to the other side. However, I'm not going to take that way just yet. I'm going to go this way around the front half of the circle. Everything in Kentucky Kingdom is forever changing. This used to be a hot chicken sandwich station. It is now a Twisted Pretzel. I do not know if any of these food places will be open during Louder Than Life, but if they are, that's a plus. This ride is called Up, Up, and Away, and it's just a balloon ride that goes up. I'm not sure if this will even be open, but it might be. Well, this pathway is new. that wasn't up there before. It's a nice touch. This is the teacups and the backside of King Louis Playland. Again, I'm not sure if any of these will be open during Louder Than Life, but I highly doubt it. This ride is called the Tin Lizzies, and this ride is pretty old also. I hope it's open during Louder Than Life. This is the other side of King Louis Playground. I don't think any of this is going to be open. There is a toy confectionery that might be. They have some sweets, but there's kid swings, more kid rides. There is a really cool merry-go-round back there that's music themed, but I highly doubt any of it's going to be open for Louder Than Life. And across from that is a treats and eats and a drink station. One thing about this place is you do get refills on Pepsi. So I don't know how that'll work with Louder Than Life. Like I said, I don't know if any of these food places will be open during Louder Than Life, because Louder Than Life usually has Coke products, and that is definitely a Pepsi stand, and they do like refills and different things like that. Bluegrass Bakery. If this place is open during Louder Than Life, get you some of that cinnamon bread. It is really good. This is Lightning Run, and this ride will be open for Louder Than Life. Another big change is the breakdance used to be here, but I think they took it out, put it in the back, and rethemed it to something else. I don't know what it's rethemed to just yet, but we'll go back there and look. But right now, there's just a big wall around it. Same with this area. Used to have two other rides there that Lightning Run went around, and they have since took them out and put them in the back of the park. And you also used to be able to walk around that way to the swinging ship, but the swinging ship is now gone too. That is also at the back of the park. But yeah, a lot of picnic tables, a lot of places to sit. Definitely an upgrade for Louder Than Life. And they do have a funnel cake stand and an ice cream stand. So hopefully all these places will be open. And that way is to the bridge, this way is back to the front of the park, but I'm gonna keep walking to the front for now to keep showing you. This pathway is also blocked. It used to be where the drop tower was. Now the drop tower's in the back. So the front's kind of missing a lot of things, and that's where the breakdance used to be. Now this patio right here will be a place most of you all will want to come sit. There's burgers, pizza, chicken, and all that, but it's a patio with shade. And it's right across from another one of them Pepsi drink stations. I do not know if these will be open. I really hope that these are open, because if they're open, I'll be happy. But there's more bathrooms right there at the front, and then that's the exit. I want to go back and go across the bridge now. Another thing is Kentucky Kingdom has these fans, and that'll come in handy. I'm really 100% sure that this road will be closed during Louder Than Life, because people will be walking there. There'll be a stage on that end, and then on the other side, at the end of the road down there, is where the other stage will be. Once you cross the bridge, there'll be a set of stairs that go down to Hurricane Bay. However, Hurricane Bay will be closed, so I'm going to assume that these stairs will be blocked off from people going in there to go swimming. However, this is the most shadiest area in the park so far. Now, when you continue down the bridge, you run right into the Ferris wheel. And the Ferris wheel will be open until 10 o'clock. You can go right to the Kentucky Flyer, which we'll just go ahead and go this way because there's not much over here. Now, I wasn't sure if this area of the park would be open during Louder Than Life, but one of the rides back here is listed on their website. So I'm going to assume that gate will just be closed. You can't go swim. But if they open this up, wow, just wow. How much shade and seating and everything you can get just by this area alone. They have to open it up, right? If the one ride back here is going to be open, why not? And there's another drink station back here as well. Now, over the years, this area has gotten weird. That used to be the entrance back into Hurricane Bay, and this was part of the park. But now there's more pools and stuff back here, so it's part of the water park. There's another restroom, and there's several restaurants right here. Tons of seating, tons of shade, and again, there's a bathroom, so you don't have to use porta potties. But yeah, I don't know if these restaurants will be open. I guess time will tell. Again, this is not a full in-depth tour of Kentucky Kingdom's Hurricane Bay, so I'm just going to kind of spin around because the pathway ends back here. T2 is no longer here, it is gone. I mean, T3, it used to be right there in the skyline. Now that is gone, Deluge is gone. So it is time to turn around. There's the big drop slides. Back there is the Kentucky Flyer, so we'll make our way back to that area. And there is lockers. I don't know if we can use Kentucky Kingdom lockers, but that would be a good thing also to know. Back here is the Skycatcher and the Kentucky Flyer. The Skycatcher was on the list of rides that will be open for Louder Than Life, so I'm going to assume that the Kentucky Flyer will be as well, seeing as it's back here. And if it is, that would be really cool. Okay, here's the Skycatcher, and the Kentucky Flyer is just back here. What's cool about that is it follows the parking lot on the other side, and that's usually where the campers are. So if you're camping and you want to see your friends on the coaster, that's the one to do it. That's right next to this Skycatcher, which will be really cool because the parking lot behind it over this way is where stage 5 will be. I don't know what the stage names are, so I'm just calling them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this gate back here, it used to be used for Six Flags employees during the Kentucky State Fair because our parking lot was taken over by rides. So we would come in through this gate. I'm wondering if campers will be allowed to come in through here or if it'll be open or closed. Only time will tell. Who's gonna ride that? And there is this Bourbon Craft House. It's a bar. I'm not sure if that'll be open or not either. And now we're gonna make our way past the Ferris wheel to the other side where all the new stuff is. Now there are smoking areas in this park. I just haven't found any yet. This bushy spot next to the Ferris wheel used to be a smoking area. It is now blocked off. The map said it's down that way somewhere, but I didn't see one. I'm quite sure that smoking ban is going to go out the window for Louder Than Life. And that's the pathway we came to get off the bridge. We're going to go down below it. Again, the most shadiest spot in the whole park. I used to love walking this path all the time. It's so shady, peaceful, quiet. Like it. Now they got these things hanging from it. Some lights. I'm sure those will be lit up for Louder Than Life because this area down here will definitely be open. I remember when this was filled with water and it actually looked like a swamp. They used to say there was an alligator in there and all the kids believed them. There was never an alligator in there, but it was really cool. This is also new. This ramp used to just be a set of stairs. Now it's a full-on ramp, and this pathway has gotten a little bit more narrow. But that is Swampwater Jack's Bayou Cafe. That used to be the place to get your food here at Kentucky Kingdom. It probably still is, and they still have the exact same menu as what it was when it was Six Flags. Everybody loved Kingdom fries. All right, let's see what has changed back here. This used to be a Belgian village. Now it's themed to Wonder Nature something or another. They moved the drop tower back here where the fire truck used to be. And now there's Clock Tower Treats. That used to be a Subway, but now they have soft serve ice cream, chocolate, vanilla, basic stuff. Now this pathway, they have made it look a little bit prettier than it used to, but it goes back to the front of the park. As you see, is the Screaming Stream there. But then you go this way to Scout Squirrel Race. This is a brand new ride that was not here before. They built it just for this season. And it's all right. The park could use more rides. This used to be the roller skater. It is now called Hollyhocks. And they painted it purple. It used to be yellow, but it's still roller skates. And they repainted this merry-go-round. This merry-go-round's actually really, really old, but they have the names of schools on the side. Merry-go-round. is a smoking area right here next to the merry-go-round. And Scout the Squirrel is doing a meet and greet back here behind the clock tower. And just past Scout the Squirrel is Bloom's Barbecue Grill. They do have quite a bit of food, it looks like. Pulled pork, chicken, beef brisket, grilled cheese, smoked sausage, chicken tenders. Your basic theme park food. Don't know if that'll be open or not. Next to Spring Fling. Now this used to be the Flying Dutchman shoes, but I guess with the re-theming, it's all right. Still the same ride. And back this way is what used to be called Thunder Run. It is now called Woodland Run. And it is the oldest coaster in the park. And this one will be open during Louder Than Life. And just past the exit to Woodland Run, there's the queue line there. There's this pathway here. It's now blocked off to the right because Penguin's Blizzard Beach is closed. T2 is closed. There is nothing back beyond this point anymore. That used to be the drag race building. That is gone. The Larson Loop is now gone. But this is the pathway to get back to the water park. And we're not gonna go that way. We're gonna go back this way. Go back under Woodland Run, formerly Thunder Run. And then we're gonna go around to the left of the shoes bay. Now things back here by Mile High Falls has changed quite a bit. Right over here we have Cumberland Express. It's a little train ride that goes through the trees, which is actually pretty cool. And of course, the swinging ship has made its way to the water. And Seed Spinner, which is formerly known as Breakdance. This used to be at the front of the park. Fun fact, I got stuck on this once. Got really sick. But the entrance to Mile High Falls is there. I assume Mile High Falls will be open because that'll be a really great way to cool off during Louder Than Life. And it's about to go down. If Mile High Falls is open during Louder Than Life and you want to cool off really bad, go stand on this bridge or get on the ride. You will get soaked. This is the best shoot drop water ride I've ever ridden, and it's the one that gets you the most wet. Watch. Oh yeah, I can feel the mist off that from here. Mile High Falls, that's the best one. That'll get you the most wet. But yeah, this entire train path back here is brand new. It used to just be a dead area that had a smoking area back here, but now they've since put this train track in, and it looks like a fun, enjoyable ride in the shade. Mile High Falls used to be my favorite ride in the park, but now this area is pretty cozy. Not only is the swinging ship back here, but they have this new ride with some cardinals. It's called Redbird Racer. Because, you know, the Kentucky State bird is the cardinal. I'm fairly certain this will be open for Louder Than Life. And you can feel the mist from the Mile High Falls from right here. And this is now a kids play area with a bunch of squirrel stuff called Happy Hollow. They used to use this for haunt season. Not anymore. And a woodland snack booth. A bunch of pretzels and hot dogs and stuff. And another restroom. Next to Dragonfly Drop and Metal Merchant. And Metal Merchant as in Meadow Field, not metal music. But you can also get your photos for Wind Chaser here. Used to be Storm Chaser. And this is the courtyard for Wind Chaser. And it also has a ride called Honeybee Buzzers, which is just the ride that they had up front. They just rethemed it to bees. If you're gonna ride this ride and it's this long, just get on it. If it goes past where these guys are, don't get on it. And I always thought that they should put a ride back here between all this because it would be cool. Now they need some more trees here. Now that is basically everything back here in the Woodland Meadow area. I think that pretty much wraps it up for everything in the park right now. This way is closed. That was the way to the Larson Loop where the drag races are. That is no longer open. But yeah, that is that for Kentucky Kingdom for now. Okay, so I set a timer from Wind Chaser to the front of the park to see how long it actually takes to walk from here to there. But we'll see. I'm not gonna do a time lapse like I did in the parking lot video for Louder Than Life, but I will let you know how long it actually takes to get to the front. Because if you can make it back to this area, It is the most shadiest spot in the entire park. And it has Mile High Falls to cool you down. I kind of want to get on it. And to get out of here, I'm just going to cross the road this time instead of crossing the bridge. It's a little bit faster. It only took us 6 minutes to get from Wind Chaser to the front of the park. And just like that, we are finished with Kentucky Kingdom for today. I hope I gave you guys enough information to get you through Louder Than Life between this video and the one before it. But it's been a very hot day. I'm sure it's going to be hot for Louder Than Life. Just remember to stay hydrated and just follow the rules and do what you're told and do what you know how to do for Louder Than Life and rock hard. But thank you guys for kicking with me on another adventure here in the old X-Ville. I'm Pac-Man. Love you guys. Kick it X-Ville style. See you next time. Bye.